has not felt that pain. He is frying still with the AR in hand.
I think that makes Ghosty slinky.
Well, who's
Hey,
Mr.
man,
Potato
we're going
Head?
to the Hardpoint, Dep. Come on. Mr. Potato Head is now definitely Sib. Let's get it, boys and girls. Oh my God, he was looking for the third there. That would have been a highlight play that we ruined with our silly impersonations of a children's animated film. It's actually for adults, Pixar. Shout them out. 4 seconds at the hard point for the Parish enemies off the rip here. It's not been a bad start. We're looking at Sib, and with Nameless Chance, I want to see him back into that delusional confidence.
Well, we'll see how much damage he can output by the end of this map. Right now, it was Neptune that flipped the spawns for his team off the start, and I mean, him and his team have picked it up since then. Nice little trade of kills. He's swinging out over towards P2. You got Ghosty locking down the left side of the map, and obviously guys like Sib hanging around towards time. So Gentlemates have everything they want on the map right now. Easy facilitation rolling through on Sake.
Yeah, very similar to what we saw. Well, not very similar, but similar enough to the phase match. Space being purchased here on Sake by our Submachine Gun players. Neptune, he's having so much fun. 6 and 2. That POV singing. Contestation here on the hard point. I just work out a Ghost in the damage, not enough for that kill. Oh boy, through the side door. Mum and Krem breaking their way in. Skies gets the last, and we're finally on the board. G2.
And Skies gets to be the guy pushed up and playing for some of these cutoff kills. Shredded immediately. So yeah, Sib there to evaporate. He's going to be rocking the flex position with the NPC in hand. And now Gentlemates creeping up over towards the actual break of the time. Envoy waiting for his teammates to get in position. Now everybody's here. 2 through the front, 1 through the back. Too long of a route there from Neptune. And it looks like every single player on Gentlemates gets cut down. Final 20 there, going to go to Minnesota. And they might get the rotation too.
Oh, they're on it. Go on, Krem. Oh, go on, Krem. Nah, bro. Come on, Krem. Come on, Krem. That's that. That's true. Nice work. He's got find his third and a little bit of tags on his teammate. Careful at that range. That gun's lethal. Sib flying out of nowhere. Picking up a pair. With Bueno holding them down now on the outside. Great shots in a Ghosty, but again, you've caused the damage. You have to back up. That nade is a dangerous one. Is it going to help out at all? We'll see. The onslaught continues. The Gentlemates are in.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Oh, God.
And the follow-up from Krem, maybe just trying to keep the play active. The spawns are going to get weird. Actually, the spawns for G2 right next to the time. So this is a couple different bailout 2 pieces. And nonetheless, G2 Minnesota can't stabilize. Didn't read the spawns at all. And now you get picked apart. And finally, Paris, a little bit of separation. 3 seconds left to play, but they're stable.
They are stable for now. Lead change. And with that, let's go for a G2. Listen in.
I'm staying out. Yeah, well, they're shooting the bag. I'm playing the other part. Watch out, Bridge. Lay a bullet. I spawn Rugs. I'm playing safe on this. Okay. We're probably going to yeah. I'm holding court and Rugs, low-key. Get this new. Get this. Nice. One new. Going blue rock. Alright, Dante close. Take it then. One's right. Back blue again. Dead. Back blue. I'm trying to watch the bag. They spawned the bag. Spawn front. Back blue. I'm blue towing it. I'm dead. Oh, he's lobby. Going right. I'm watching. I'm absolutely die the pin.
One court. Have the court cross.
I'm in the middle. Watch out. He's on the rock.
Back blue dead.
Contest rock. I can pinch it. Blue, watch out. Watch out, blue. Take your time. A blue on the right, left, right.
Nader blue.
Wait, time. I got 2. Running in the back. Go see back P2.
Going mid court left side.
They're gonna be near me. I'm pulling our shot.
They're gonna be blue on you.
L and one's still in P2 window. He's holding lobby. We should also go around. I'll be rugged. I'm one in the middle here.
Hands in blue.
Heard you.
Elbow is close.
Nice work, G2. You have the lead for now, but the Gentlemates now have the time and the listening.
Bad timing. Top teaser. One shot top. Blue top. Kill more barrels. They'll be on top.
I'll kill barrels.
I don't see where he went. He like wrapped.
I'm just living here.
I've read off. Look at her. Top window. Really weak. I've read her. Okay. You can shot. Take a fight.
Made that.
Front.
Trying to block. I'm blocking her.
Hey,
Side door.
I'm blocking her.
He was top window.
Streaks. No, I killed him.
He's okay. They spawn P2 then.
Yep.
Top mid T's are weak.
Okay.
I'm coming up mid. I can pick up whatever.
Every time top cat really weak.
Barrels that
The top cat mama really weak.
barrels one shot. 2 barrels.
Barrels.
Another one there. One shot. Here's it. One's going in the little barrel. Three on node. I stuck him. Outer.
What's bros on me, Mamba?
Alright, barrels.
Take your time. Get to new. Get this guy pulled.
There's one more trips on here. Top of old.
Alright, dude, I'm playing new.
Yo, on old. Crab. One shot.
Dude, one's I'm new on me.
I don't second.
Alright, dude, one's man on me.
Barrels.
Low barrels. Caesar.
Caesar dead. Nice. I'm coming.
I'm already on the main. I'm here to. Wine hit once. And they're gonna be their main late.
Not main. They're wine.
They're taking rounds.
Barrels. I should have barrels. Crimp.
I'm coming out to you.
I'm already with you. Jim going barrels. Left side barrels. Top barrels.
He's zig right now.
Dig. One shot.
Time shelling. Dead. Another here. 20 deep left.
I have left.
I'm looking one. I have one in elevator.
I have a little barrels.
Do you have last
Yeah, one Caesar.
Nobody left. One second.
They're going right in front.
Yeah,
one point to the right maybe.
I'm looking.
Why did pinch this? Through Zig or something or Art.
They're once you be their main late. Keep playing your cards.
Mamba.
I didn't know you could go Art.
Yeah, let's go our side, do they?
Yeah. I'm gonna go one.
Not challenge.
I spawned P3.
Mid-side time.
Hey, slow down.
I'm going
Still
one.
mid-side time.
Still mid-side time.
Nice.
Probably barrels.
I'll go right.
Let's see barrels. Probably up.
Just any takeaways from the listening. I thought it was quite good.
Not bad. I'm just sort of learning call-outs with the team. Barrel's very hyper important towards the middle of the map, and all things considered, perfectly fine. It's a close game, and now for Gentleman's trying to break through this P2. Great setup on the mini-map, though. You see Mamba in position, picks up a nice two-piece, and maybe enough to stop this push in its tracks. And yeah, Escher wins the fight on time. So Paris have the back spawns, but they got nothing else.
Mamba quietly having a very nice game. The stats not massive, but they have some scary kills. Close now to the hard point. 2 players left on it. Envoy trying to cut off the spawners. He's a little too early. He will be shot in the back in a moment, but until then, the fight is... Wait a minute, he's alive for now. Krem's going to be the next man on time. But what a break there from the Genomates. A little late, 20 seconds to play with here. Contest is on. NPCs are rocking, but it is Caesar Sky's Bueno on time with the M15. He finds them. The last few seconds, they are squeezing out of this P2. They are getting every drop possible. On the way to P3 now, and the Paris Genomates, they are nowhere near it.
This is the best mini-map possible. As good as it gets at the start of this hill, it is a 20-point gap. G2 Minnesota looking to extend. Mamba caught towards the middle of the map, and a 2-2 approach for Paris, currently winning all the gunfights.
They found the time, they found the gunfights. They're now on the threshold. They're just knocking on this P3, and it's wicked work out of Skies and Mamba get their second, a third. Ghosty through the side door. Envoy on the pinch, and they've managed to do it. Over to the bridge, the last man, and you shall not pass, Crimp. That's the break.
That's a painful moment for Minnesota. Could have been a massive advantage and maybe even call game on this kill. Now Paris trying to get right back into it. 22 seconds left to play. And maybe guys like Kremp trying to just be a nuisance, make a little bit of an errant play, see if you can chip away some of this time, but you can't. Final 15 secured, and we're going to be all tied up going into new time.
Lovely stuff. A streak as well for this new one. And guess what, boys and girls? It's a wide open hard point. Do it, Ghosty. Call it. You got 6 seconds. Just do it, bruh. Do it. Come on, Dan. Worry about the guy behind you as well. Okay, maybe we'll check back in later with Dan and his streak. Maybe get the skill and then maybe call it then, maybe not. You know what, Dan? You do you, Dan. G2 have got time.
I'm with you. That is a wide open hill, and his teammates have currently not broken it. So I hear what you're saying, Miles. You're ahead of the game.
Well, Dan couldn't, but he's too busy being in game. Listen to his teammates' comms. Either way, there we go.
20 seconds later.
20 seconds later. It's gonna take 20 seconds to get this thing out of the air anyway. Wide open hill. His teammates aren't necessarily finding the kills in the pinch, so it might not be the most effective, but yeah, they're going to splash good. Nep's going in. Nep's in, baby. Nep's going to get 2. That is that. It's not a full wipe, but it is enough to get on the time. Good stuff, Parry.
I mean, this is why Ghosty isn't playing with all of that urgency. He knows he's got a pocket Neptune that he could just work with for the break. So big kills, a Mixie P4, but just as the hill started, ends the same way. Yeah. Effectively tied up game going into new time for G2 Minnesota ahead on the rotation.
This is another wide open hard point. NPC's rattling out on the approach now towards that right-hand side. A couple of players to deal with. The spawns there for P2 are solid, so you're going to have a lot of the players of G2 to fight your way through Envoy, and he's doing his very best. Overwhelmed, now Civ caught in the rock and a hard place. Good thing for him, he finds at least one Ghosty on the pinch, and we're in. But again, it's an open battlefield, so difficult to hold on to. In goes Nep, basically doing it alone. Trades are good. Can we hold on, Paris? Get into the business end of this sake.
Oh my God, if I'm Estria, I'm furious. I was Neff able to jump up on top of the box and not even get traded by my teammates that should be looking over. You know they're going to be spawning out, so G2 Minnesota, not heads up, not aware, and Paris take full advantage. What could have been a tied game or even a Minnesota lead. Now Paris, for the first time, maybe 4 Hills have effectively taken the lead and trying to separate themselves as much as they can. Even that battle towards new, plenty of pressure there from Paris, but looks like Kremp wins it. Once again, G2 win the rotation, granted, towards the middle of the map.
Indeedy. Well, at P1, it could come down on the wire here. We've seen a lot of blowouts on Sake so far, but this one, we are sharing the ball. Going all the way. Open hardpoint for a second. Paris are in. Neptune trying to get involved. The hops have got to be perfect. The timing is good. He's going for the old jump shoulder check. Oh, cut down by Estriel. Hardpoint's going to change hands for a moment longer. Another win from Kremp there. And now the race is on to get a man behind the bar.
I mean, this is a good time, too. You can win this on P1 and hold it down. Down low, though, Envoy going to be a problem. Traded out by Skies, but you lose a little bit of pressure on the front. Pairs winning those key gunfights. Starting to go for the Swarm, and at the very least, we should be forcing this to the rotation. Pairs currently have the right side spawns. Mamba doing the heads-up play.
And he's going the way round. Oh, we go, Mamba. This could be for the absolute win. Kremp, a bit of a sell there. Envoy's going to cut him for free, and now Mamba alone. His boys have been taken care of. Issue number 1 dealt with. Here comes miracle number 2. The damage is sensational, but not enough for the kills. That is going to get the Genomates in with 10 for the win.
Yeah, the idea was great. The execution not. Now for G2, have to flood through the front. Got to get past Sib, and, well, he'll take 2 to the grave and make it all 4 in short order. Potential opportunities. Everything was there for G2. But in the end, it's Paris, another Sake win.
Another big one from Paris. Genomates closing out map number 1. Great race, though, from G2. All map long. Nice lead changes. A very, very fun game of Sake. But end of the day, that big win towards the P1 and P2 road, that is what sealed the deal there for the Paris Genomates. Heads up from Mamba. He had a nice map. He had some really standout moments, but not enough to close it there in the end. And hey, Sib, a little bit of a delusional 2-piece. Why not? It's about time we got some action out of that young man. There we go, folks. Looking at the stats, Ghosty had a big one as well, 30 and 18. Not huge damage, but he was picking up absolutely everything his teammates were putting down, or at least coming close to. Envoy as well with the 4K. Great stuff and massive hardpoint time across the board.
And honest to God, looking at that scoreboard, sort of just a skill diff as well. That's every single player on Minnesota that went negative. They just simply got outslayed. But I think ultimately, the mini-map was looking better for G2 so many times. Yep. They were ahead of the rotation on P4. They appropriately punished the mistake in Ghosty, not calling in that Hellstorm straight away. But I just say for some of these setups for G2, I mean, again, on like the P5, guys are hopping up on top of the main box, killing your top, like, Estrel at a time. AR's not there to protect. You have opportunities where Mamba in the backline. Granted, some of the 2 pieces were great, but towards the end, just not quite able to execute the big play. And then on the P3, the second go around that Minnesota rotated to, they had one of the best mini-map setups we've seen on a P3 on Sake, and they got broken down in a matter of 15 seconds. So I think G2 just not quite heads up with the overarching game plans, not able to execute when things were easy.
So yeah, a little bit of practice. They're going to go back through the VOD, of course. Got to learn from those mistakes real quick. Happy Dan Ghosty. Happy Genomates fan base. Happy with the map 1 result. Going to the search and destroy in a MOBA. Again, interesting looks here at G2. Still a bit of time to learn. It's not an easy thing to do, especially at this fast changes to the map pool in the league. We'll see the game flow again. Must be a lot of back and forth there. What was a very nice game of Sake. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. That's good. That's that Daiginjo. That's that premium stuff, boys and girls. That's what I'm talking about. Exciting, though. Very, very exciting. Chance we get to the search and destroy momentarily. Any other final takeaways from G2? I want to throw something out there. I think Kremp should look a little bit nicer with the NPC that he does currently. I'm putting that on him.
And on Scar, he could be a lethal threat. Another one of those SMG players, very happy to be hyperactive, wants to be the playmaker, but I think ultimately I'm just losing a little bit of faith in Minnesota. They won how many rotations? And we're simply getting outslayed. So if Paris are able to bully through the front when they're having to, play a break simulator game, we got S&D, there's a reset at every single round, so they're going to be playing neutral situations. I think Paris happy to see a map that, they want to major on.
They did indeed. They did indeed. Feels like a lifetime ago. Almost was. Into the search we almost roll. Again for Minnesota, chance to bounce back. That's what we're looking for here in these lovely long series. And Scaris indeed not bad at all for these boys. This is their season overall. Opening duels for Crimp at 14. And that is pretty impressive. Mr. Bueno has yet to lose an opening duel this season, Chance. That's unbelievable.
At least on this map, yes, absolutely on form. And Sky is not necessarily the ultimate purveyor of the sniper rifle, but when he's good, he's great. And certainly a player heads up about when to pull it out and when to put it away. A valuable thing here in the CDL, that level of knowledge. So Sky's happy for his maturity.
Having to put it away is an important trait of any of these snipers we have in the league. If it's not working out, give you boys a different look. That's another thing Sky's very, very good at. We've seen how mobile and how fluid they can be on this map. Sky's big Scaris and D player. Very, very big fan of his work. Let's see what happens here against the Paris Genomates. Of course, we know they are no strangers whatsoever to this snow-laden map, especially here in Search and Destroy. A little bit of fringe later on if we do have to get to 5 here in our third match of the day. More on that a little bit later. First and foremost, Scar, Search and Destroy. Here we go, boys and girls. Chance, early predictions?
I leaning towards Paris. I'd say a Paris 6-3 for that final call.
So here we go, 6-3. All bets are now off as we get into the opening round. A bit of a 3-1 split here. Crump's going to be the island man on the right-hand side, and that is Mr. Bueno. Big gun in hand, but nobody downrange. Shots from Envoy, and that is a delightful first blood.
Yep, again, Kremp very willing to be a playmaker. He is on an island by himself and wants to run towards playing heady, hoping that nobody's there, but free first blood for Envoy, and Minnesota now trying to bail themselves out of this round.
Yeah, and defensively, nothing there from the Paris Genomates. They've given up no ground. They have taken away nothing. They have just stayed. And they have left you with nothing but a single chance now from Skies to nearly hit it. Good God, if he catches a pixel or two there, different attack towards the end. But Genomates start strong, end strong, round 1.
Yeah, easy peasy. Ghosty with 4 whole damage to get that final kill. Really working hard in this series is Dan Ghosty. Credit to Neptune for 2 big kills in that round. And of course, Envoy for the free first blood, catching Kremp sprinting up towards one of the most difficult headies in the game to break.
One of them, maybe one of the COD all-timers. Maybe one of the COD all-timers. There's been some nasty ones. Anytime where there is a bit of slight angle to work with when it's not flat ground. Tough. Well, we might be seeing a few more of those. Neptune on the old prone game here. That is a dirty angle to watch that low trench. Sib snipes. Very annoying angle to play with here. He's safe there from the players. Ow! From top green, but not from that side of the window. What a shot from Skies.
Staying perfect in those first bloods. Little fun fact as well, Sib is far and away the most sniped player in the league. So you don't have to worry about counter sniping him. You don't want to square up for the gunfights, but he'll be aggressive. He will throw away his life with no fear.
Again, we've got ourselves a G2 square in the middle of the map. Great coverage. And with this sort of 3v4 situation, man, nearly a 3v3. Now a 4v2's Krem gets involved. Neptune getting very active in the middle of the map, and that is exactly what you wanted. Doesn't get away with the life, unfortunately. Ghosty, 1v3. 1v2. Not a lot of time to play with here either. He's going to have to check this perfectly, and he does check it. A worthy attempt by G2. Lovely bounce back.
Yeah, right read there for Ghosty, but better execution for Minnesota. Shout out to Skies. Nice first blood. Able to catch Sib just standing tall and proud front blue. And then Kremp got his get back on Envoy as well for the plain heady pinch. But here's the angle from Skies, threading the needle, and yeah, just a little jump spot. Skies, he knows all.
Yeah, I mean, that really is an impressive shot. You're barely going to be able to identify that as Sib. And Sib is doing everything there. He covers himself from the guy in top green. He covers himself from the guys down low and mid. He is safe to peek that angle. Didn't know about that little crack in the wall. What a pain in the crack of all of our asses now. As Ranked has just learned something new. Here we go, folks. Nades it in. Unfortunately, off the woodwork there for Skies. Estrel now getting involved, looking for the kills up close. NPC ready to rock and roll. Nep shows it. We'll have to take that fight another day. Skies on the flank. enough intel to push that player back.
Yeah, Envoy is not going to make that mistake. And Ghosty gets the first blood. So yeah, it's going to be a distraction. You think Envoy's sorting him for the trade? Absolutely. Does get caught, but still man advantage for Paris.
Still holding it. Great work. Astral smoke play red. And Skies, this is a good spot to be in. Plays it right. Oh, the timing. That is unfortunate. He was really going for that. At 1v3 was winnable. But Genomace once again. A little bit of timing, a little bit of magic, right place. Getting it done. Neptune's final kill here. If he attacks that a second faster, he runs into the big gun.
Well, timing on Neptune's side and his ability to dodge those nades as well. I think Skies is working with number 8 on his team, but one player missed the nades. Neptune gets pushed out front. He's not weak enough for Estral to go for the trade or the free kill. Once that part of the strat gets broken down, well, you're just hopeful you can find that first blood, but Ghosty delivered it. Bears have that 2-1 lead.
Similar looks here. We'll go for the Neptune on the low crawl. We've seen this play before. And Sib being extra cautious now. Skies, such a cerebral sniper. Some real enemy at the gate stuff here. That is a Vasily Saitsev, who unfortunately does miss. But this is Estral. Oh, wow. Cut to ribbons there by Envoy. Under a ridiculous hail of gunfire. So is the Deli. Envoy goes with it. Kremp finding himself 2 out of that life. And now Skies, once again, having to play the snipe 1v1 to just keep this play good. But they're down a man.
And Ghosty not wanting to plant just yet. Wide open sight, but just not a comfortable spot to go for it. Sid, meanwhile, in the pinch, caught sprinting, because why would Kremp ever be there? And it's not just Kremp, it was Mamba too. So Ghosty in 1 versus 3. And he is identified in Skies, not a player that's going to make a mistake.
It's hard enough to do this down a man, nade down 2. Ghosty completely covered. They have triangulated his position. And they got him good. Nice stuff. G2 again. Playing their advantages very, very well here. Showing still a ton of respect there to your Major 1 champions. Tons of respect to the Paris Genomates.
And great mid-round work as well. So Com's clearly on point. I think Skies knew that a player was able to creep up towards P5. So he's calm in everything he's seeing, whether it's the snipers or players over towards boat or the players pushed up. I think Kremp was able to execute and go in and find those kills. So working as a unit right now is G2. They'll be back on the attack.
Where are we going this time? Oh my goodness, another opportunity for some insane snipe moments. So now Kremp, go on son, you're in, you know you've got it. That's a first blood. He manages to find the window perfectly and literally finds the window down to top green. He's got himself right down the line of the Paris Genomates backline. An opportunity to cause some unbelievable damage here. The bomb nowhere to be found, but that's fine. Krem behind enemy lines alongside Mama now. They are causing the damage, and it is the pair of them against the entire squad. All down to Ghosty. Kremp on a 5 spree. Ghosty will be long gone. The bomb can be planted at B. This is a gorgeous round from G2.
Skies doesn't know. Or maybe he does know. They tracked it the entire way. I think Skies just had the intel. Playing it smart. You can see doing it with the pistol as well. So Skies, again, playing mistake-free Call of Duty. And they want to see if they can get Kremp this kill, if anything. Considering he's on the 5 spree, it'd be nice if he could find it, and there you go. Everything working out in that round for G2.
I mean, Kremp's what, on a 7 spree now? 6 or 7?
Excuse me?
I think he's on a big fat spree.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out.
I thought you were doing Gen Z memes.
Oh God, no. This is how the snipe went down. Look how close this was. I mean, he doesn't necessarily hit the mark, but Sib, how close was he? Good God, they were close to one another there. What a shot that could have been. But yeah, no, not one of those. It's he's genuinely on a lovely kill spree. There it is. It's a 6. Oh yeah, you're right. They want to give it to him. He's pretty close to that Hellstorm, and they get a 3-2 early on here in the map. Close, no cigar, or Hellstorm, or Crown.
I don't see a trophy. Well, Nade's going short rather than long, so dodging his fate there for Neptune with the bomb. A nice little standoff moment here in the S&D. Pairs just waiting for the timing.
Oh, look at those tags. You hear the crack of the sniper rifle in the distance as well. Looking for that mid-map hit, looking for Krem, trying to find it, and they're going for the kills. Krem's down, the street's dead. Oh, Envoy looking for another coverage from Skies from upstairs. Great work. And once again, G2 with a strong hold over Scar.
And it seems like for the moment, we're almost playing a game of live and die by the Sib snipe. A lot of near connections with the sniper rifle ringing out. You see Mamba jumping up the back 18 sort of for the chow. But if Sib's missing, well, that means pairs are losing. I think G2 teamwork there, absolutely on point. Envoy gets a single kill from P1 in the middle of the map, and there's 3 different players on G2 that are there to jump on him after the fact. It's a good defensive setup and well played on Scar. Sib, yet to get anything going.
I didn't even notice. This feels like one of those moments where you put the sniper away, just get involved with the boys, start playing a little closer on the bomb sites. Sky's been so annoying to deal with, and this is another look, another dirty angle to play with. The unreadable Bueno. Kinder surprise, if you will, for my European viewers. Slowing things right down once again. Trophies are at hand now. We could be looking at the plant. Oh, good work, Ghosty. Keep Skies back.
Yeah, and you're not comfortable for G2. Can't go for the plant quite yet, but you are starting to run out of time. 45 seconds left on the game clock, and you're getting grouped up. Time to hit the go button.
There we go, Sib. A little bit of love for the M15 here. Mum and Dad pushing forward to try to support this play. There's tons of damage over the top. The lineup is good. It's not enough for any kills. The smoke's certainly going to make this a little bit harder now. Estriel does manage to get away with his life. Skies brings down one with a sniper as well. Unbelievable. Estriel alongside Krem. Maybe get a knife out, lad. It's messy on point. Envoy finds 2. What in the name of God? Envoy has somehow walked away with 3 kills. And Krem, thank God, has managed to vanish. A second dip. Envoy, no ace. Krem's got to stay alive. Here comes the hit. Oh, Envoy, what a round. He gets himself an ace. He gets to defuse. That is unbelievable.
And again, we're doing fun facts apparently for this map number 2. Kremp has one of the highest death per minute rates in Hardpoint. What I mean by that is he is willing to die. This man will chow. He cleared the bomb, peeks around side like P2 and can see it's empty. He makes the right read. You just don't have to chow, but it's Krem. He's coming for the gunfight, and Envoy just working the magic. What a ridiculous round.
Well done to our observers, catching, I mean, the absolute pandemonium on the bomb site. 1 smoke is all it took. And that party was lit. Congratulations to Envoy. What a fantastic round. Ace and defuse. Zip. Still killless.
I mean, dude, yeah, you gotta, like, it's common knowledge. He won, like, you know, major 1 though. So I guess, I don't know. That's the question we sit, man. How much wiggle room do you give him for this type of thing?
Speaking of,
we're stage 3 now.
Speaking of wiggling, here comes Krem. That wiggly worm. He's coming forward. He and Neptune. We'll see these 2 worms go to battle in a moment, but it might be a while. They are in position. Yeah, I favor Nep's odds here with the NPC, but we'll see. Oh, they've given it up. Nep, that gets away with it somehow. Glass, splinters, and lead all over him. Here comes Ghosty. He ate a lot of damage there, trying to play this one tight. Mamba upstairs, brought down by their wall bang. Envoy finds 5 in a row. Beautiful nade. The clock goes red and the bomb, no one's hands.
Time's taken down too. You got number 6 Skies watching the crossover for the plant. Neptune trying to make the play. Oh, yeah. Catches a freebie kill. Does get traded out 1v1. Ghosty hasn't planted yet, and he's running over towards B. This is gonna be a nail biter.
He's got to get that quick. Skies is gonna check this. He's gonna be surprised. Nobody home. That's right. Here he comes. We're squaring up. Ghosty goes for the dirty off angle out by Plain Heady. He will run into Skies momentarily. And here we go. We've seen a shadow. A gift from the COD gods, and the gentle mates receive.
Yeah, and Skies left bamboozled. Why would Ghosty ever make that play? Well, because it worked out perfectly. Reads the rotation, and pairs gentlemen, that is a 3v4 clutch. May have played this entire map 3v4, and hey, we're tied up 4-4.
Bro. Yep, bro. That was a bro. Come on, really? There? Really? Wonderful 1v1 between two superb players. 4-4 here on Scar. Kremps 10, you were not wrong, mate. In the build-up to the map, you did say he's going to be taken over on this map with an NPC. Absolutely that. This guy's doing the
Our nades are not on point right now.
He's doing everything else right. Poor bloke can't throw a nade this game. Whoa, this is hideous. That is unfair. Borderline a war crime from Bueno. Ooh, wow, he can't see a thing. Envoy so sneaky. And he gets killed as well. Sib's on the board as well, ladies and gentlemen. The haters are in shambles.
I mean, give me the second round too. Just no care in the world.
Oosh. Estrial. With coverage from Mamba. Ghosty just managing to catch damage on the shoulder. He's got himself a 1v3 that, I mean, he's got to get moving real fast here. Doesn't have the hit points to make this happen. Doesn't have the cover. G2, map point.
That would an insane round as well. These Paris players they got a case of the sprints. A lot going on, but G2 Minnesota taking full advantage. Nice clutch there towards the end, and for Ghosty, can't disappear there. Mamba has him dialed in.
If you got the sprints, I mean, you're not allowed near a pool or a jacuzzi for like 72 hours, are you? Something like that. It's crazy. These boys will not be swimming anytime soon. Things have not been going swimmingly here on Scar. G2 are feeling it, feeling comfy, but this is far from over. 3-1 split here from the Gentlemates. Different looks. We're stacking B.
Not with the bomb, though. Nope. So this is just looking for a first blood if you can get it. Sky's up top. Got to be very careful.
Got it.
And wasn't careful enough. There you go. First blood for Sib. And the first time Skies has lost one on Scar.
Nep's got eyes on nothing now. Mamba walking away with the kill and a little bit of a fadeaway shot just in case there was someone there for the push. The bomb now finally making its way over towards the A-bomb site. That will be the plant. Sib has mid-map coverage, so if they cross, they're in trouble. Can he make something of this? No, he cannot. Slammed. Mamba walks right on through. Unfortunate timing. Now, man advantage for G2 on the retake. More than a man advantage. I think we're going into the overload soon, boys and girls. Ghosty, have you got it this time? The answer is maybe not. Mamba closing it out on a 4 spree. Scar, search and destroy goes to G2.
Don't miss, don't lose. On map 2, a lot of misses. So lost there for Paris, and Minnesota happy for it. Predictions be damned. And a good fight as well. I think G2 Minnesota really on top of the mid-round adjustments. Tom's clearly on point. Good strats rolling through. Kremp, absolutely fantastic performance there on Scar S&D, but I think Minnesota just, they have their flow on this map. They know how they like to play. They know how their teammates like to play. So many first bloods there for Minnesota, and happy to be playing against Sib. He gave away 5.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Handy dandy indeed. On the way to that 6-4. You weren't too far off 6-4. You had 6-3, I think it was. Just the wrong side of the board. Well, Skies again with that snipe. Very, very handy play to have on your side of the game when it comes to Scar. Then Overload, though. Now we go to that, and that is going to be an interesting matchup between two squads who know what they're doing on the mode. Bit of Colossus later on. We'll see how that goes. If we do need to go to Fringe, which, quite frankly, I really hope we do. I'm excited to see those squads go for it. But chance parting words before the break.
I'm just excited we get to see a Colossus, see if Kremp can make it his namesake again, because lately Paris have been dominant on that map.
Big man with the NPC, we'll see that in a moment, but first it's a break, and then it's time for Den Overload. 1-1 at the half. We'll see who walks away with the lead after this.
Challenge.
Nice guy.
Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Brought to you by America's Navy and the special operators who work in the shadows.
Dominate the competition on main stage with the CDL Major Hunter Tracer Pack. Collect your chip by scanning the QR code or heading to the in-game store now.
Black Ops 7 returns to the Esports World Cup in Riyadh this summer. Scan the QR code to be notified when tickets go live later this month.
Statue.
Je le flanque en face.
Vas-y.
Point stratégique contesté.
Magnifique, quoi. Quoi. Non.
L'ennemi a pris le point stratégique.
De compte.
Point stratégique capturé.
J'ai un Hellstorm. Mais ça a peut-être fait une route à... Non.
Oh là là, t'es bon.
Scrap follows up with another one. It's all going to be on to Brezzy now to make the play, and he can't do it. This is dominant from Ultra. Scrap just stood up, celebrated, took off his headset. You got another round, bud.
He's locked. He said, my bad.
You know, we knew we were going to come in and handle business. You know, they're a pretty team. I don't know what all the hype is about around this match. I mean, look at the scores.
I did.
Yeah, weak, close.
Nice. The one that calf.
Yeah, Calf killed me. Top out.
Calf weak.
Falcon.
Alex jump down. He's still in yellow car. Weak.
I can kill him. I'll point, bro.
One's out now.
Mid cut.
Too slow, buddy. You haven't got time to go dumpster. You haven't got time for that.
I got world starred. Oh my god.
Yeah, he was shooting guff. I've just seen that in the death cam. The guys jumped off plan. I'm like, surely he's getting this kill.
Yo, it was bad. It was bad.
Pure guff coming out.
I had the wrong attachments on.
Yep, he's absolute.
Holy shit, speak. Yo, tell me out.
Tell me out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty League. We are almost ready to get ourselves in towards Den. If you want to see some of your favorite pros shooting guff, come to Major 3. They're not really. They're all very, very good at the game. And you can come to Major 3, grab the tickets below. It's going to be a good time in Atlanta at another DreamHack. If you've been to one, you know they're great. One in Birmingham, insane. Atlanta, sure to be just the same. Can't wait, mate. Can't bloody wait, Mr. Ashworth. How you feeling about Den Overload?
Your hair is out of frame, so tall. Feeling great about Den Overload. New changes with the NPC gonna be there in the mix.
Yep.
And it might change the dynamic. I would say player to watch there for map number 3 gonna be Sib, where he has been too tall for frame on some of the respawns. S&D not so much. I think we'll get the bounce back.
And we'll get the bounce back as we get ourselves into map number 3. 1-1 at the break. Exciting stuff. Again, for the first time, we'll be seeing a map 4 in a hot minute. But both our squads, raring. Absolutely raring. I think the Sake could have gone either way if not for, what, a couple of hard points, like a rotation or two that don't go the way of G2. Big stuff there out of the Paris Mates. One of the more formidable hard point squads we have in the league. But G2, I mean, go into this overload. I like their chances. I think they're pretty damn good, mate.
And I think the, again, NPC might be a relatively, not even relatively, like a fairly sizable impact on this map as well. All these overload zones, more or less, in super close corners for the goal line stands. So maybe if you get the NPCs pushed up in position, you can just execute around those positions a lot more effectively. So the SMG duo there for G2 Minnesota staying extraordinarily hydrated.
Krem, absolutely.
I mean, Krem might develop a hump on his back to store all of that excess he just took in.
Camel. No sin.
That is a camel joke, yes.
Yeah. Gentlemates, deadly serious. Neptune's not even wearing his headset.
Doesn't need it.
So locked. You've switched off your targeting computer. Like, what's wrong? Nothing. He's all right. He put his headset back on. Time to party, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get into this overload. Scary stuff again for both of our squads. We look at the standings again. Paris Mates, a squad that did walk away with a dub at Major 1. Surely they're going to find themselves in the running towards champs. We talked about this a little bit with the Falcons being in contest again in that sort of joint 7th, 8th position. That's pretty scary for them. G2, again, a team that can have their lovely runs, can have good matches against good teams, but still find themselves at 12-14. again, the same position that Toronto Koi are in right now in terms of the wins, but they got higher points because of their position and their performances at our majors. Don't forget the minors coming up as well. Lots of points to be grabbed there. Just thinking about that run towards champs, you can't take any series lightly. 10 points are going to go a really long way. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff to think that we might not be seeing some of our big names at the biggest tournament of the year. More on that later. Let's play Den.
And Ghosty, maybe the consistent player. His stats were shown off before the Sake Hardpoint, and just like yesterday, he delivered. Well, we're showing off his stats before the overload. See if he can go back to back. Certainly, he was on point in map number 2. Had a couple nice clutches, doing some fine work there for pairs, but ultimately losing in the end. Opening break just to set the tempo of this map for G2 Minnesota. Kremp going to mid-cut. Everybody else right towards the device.
Mid-cut is not going to happen. Kremp's out. The 2-2 here for the Paris Mates guarantee them the mid-cut control, and soon it will guarantee them the overload device, but not now, because they have lost a man in the middle of the map. Yeah. Sib on a flank. Red, no problem. Get the knife up. Stay there, son. Shame. That would have been a delight. No possession yet for either of our squads, and that could be the time to grab it, G2.
Ooh, well, Neptune able to steal a kill away. He has a ton of those where he is dead to rights and still able to find a way to give you something extra, as Sib does in the feed, able to pick up 2. Mamba doing what he can to stay alive, but not good enough. Nice moves and shots there from Envoy. Devices out through mid-cut, but no, doesn't actually make it. Skies able to at least slow this approach down. Pairs getting all the kills, and they got Envoy in position, but maybe Skies could bail you out.
Trying to bail out, trying desperately. Envoy, he's the bailout. Oh, he's done it again, but all the EMP's been dropped. Neptune finds the kill and safety over the line. Ghosty there for it. Solid hands in a dicey moment. Neptune not letting go, though. Still holding on the backline here of G2 as they are still pinned. They are suppressed. They are surrounded. Oh boy, and they were up the creek. Paddle found, and we are now on it.
Well, Sib has let 2 players get through, so the device has to slow down for just a moment. Paris looking for a couple extra kills. Well, losing it towards mid, losing the front line, and Minnesota finally now have control of the map and control of the device. Neptune falls as well. You can be the guy to pick it up. Well, Kremp has it in hand as 2 lead blockers.
They gotta get kills though. Down to 1. Reposition through the middle of the map potentially there. That's going to be the reset now. EMP device making its way through mid, making its way through top side. Neptune's in position for that. So all bases covered right now for G2. Patient Neptune. Love this. Oh, he's been absolutely sat on. Still good though, Sib. Heavily damaged, and that's a problem. Over to Envoy. You've got a corner. You've got your HP back now, and that's a delightful 2-piece, and we can breathe a sigh of relief. No own goals in this mode, thank God. We're out.
Yeah, nice adjustment as well, again with the MPC, a little bit better at close range compared to the Dravik, so higher impact there around that station. And I think Neptune tried to steal that spot from who? Lurks, and for Lurks, I think he got it too. Neptune probably went, I'm never doing that again.
Not again. Keep the damage up though, Nep. Good kills. Pace is on, but you don't have the time now because the defenders have managed to get themselves into corners. Here comes Sib. Fighting from the stairs. Nice work. Buying some time, not enough though to get his boys in. That is a firm line of defense from G2.
Now toying with the idea of going towards mid, and well, Minnesota, a couple players sort of wrapping back, ready for the pressure, but the pressure's all front. That was a fake with the device.
Here we go.
Now players getting caught and lined up. Well, everybody gets traded out. Mamba gets caught as well. Gun not ready, and good enough for the score there for Paris. A moment of hesitation to play with a little bit tricks, and hey, it pays off well.
Bricks are for kids. Silly rabbits. Here we go. Sib finding the last kill on the rooftops there. Estro from Spawn is going to get involved. Again, the reset, not fantastic, but the Paris Mates, they're doing a lovely bit of work here in the first half. Can we get Ghosty a hat trick? Whoa, here we go. G2, Ezreal, Kremp, and Mamba. A steam train. All aboard. Destination, the B goal. Welcome in, lads. That was perfect.
Yeah, finally good execution. How quick that happened as well. So maybe enough time to set up around towards new, or maybe that is time that is going to help Paris. Mamba, well, eyes up on the shadows. Gunned to bed. A painful moment in Paris. That's 3 in the feed. Now goes to give you something extra. It'll be Neptune for the spawn kills. Envoy for deliverance of this device.
Full steam ahead, full sprint. Mamba, it's an awkward fight. He can't get it over the line. Envoy dives, gets the capture. 3-1 with 40 seconds to go in the first half. General makes lovely control so far. Opportunity to make a rally here, possibly. They've just lost control of the bottom side of the map. It's going to be the General Mates now digging inside of Dojo. Who will be thrown to the mat first? Final few seconds. G2 do not want to go into the second half with at least a 2-goal lead. Come on, son, get moving, and they're doing just that. Big kills from Sib. That's going to be the charge now. Mamba, the front man. Sky should be able to catch this. Can he get it in? Yes. 3-2. We could tie it up.
You could also get a rally capture potentially for either team. You could touch the device with maybe 2 seconds to spare, and it'll only be Paris with the opportunity.
They're going to manage to hold on to this. Right back through middle. 1 chance to keep that 2-goal lead. Dream alive. G2 have every angle covered. Kremp does not have the manpower. Does he have the luck to survive this attack? Envoy's behind him now. He snuck through. Here comes the ball. My word, you dirty dog, Kremp. You dirty dog. Great half. It's a 1-point game.
And highlights going to show off some of these scores. A lot of action over towards this B point there for Paris on the offensive end. Great goal line stops as well for Envoy. MPC shredding up close. A couple painful gunfights as well for G2. Overload is a game mode where even if you feel comfortable, it seems like the other team doesn't have a lot of pressure. You lose a single gunfight, get caught without your gun a single time, and scores just roll on through. I'm on the receiving end of a few of these tough moments.
Yeah, a couple of big ones. That's so frustrating. Envoy's dive to get the capture there. Great stuff. I mean, what an attempt here from Skies. That final capture, keeping it a 1-point game going into the second half. Certainly gives G2 a happier place to be. Look at that possession as well. Nice work, Paris General Mace. That's going to change now. G2 with a big pickup. Now fighting their way forward. Stopped immediately by Ghosty.
Well, traded out though, so square up over towards the middle of the map. Neptune, he has been roaming every which direction. Now maybe trying to lead the fight over towards the right side. The device though backing all the way up. This is a long-term play Paris are trying to set up. A lot of faith in Neptune here, but simply overwhelmed.
Yeah, faith placed well, but something unable to really capitalize. Shots in. 2 players down now. 1 on the flank though. Skies could have gone huge there. The last man left alive for the time being is Mamba. Traded out immediately. Neptune, once again, playmaking ability is on. He's got himself over towards B. A fast move here from Ghosty. Could see this go through. He's double back. They've got the kills in Dojo. We're spoiled for choice on both sides of the goal. Ghosty will finally get it through towards A. It's a 4-2 on the scoreboard now. And still a lot of Turtle Mates in your spawn.
That's great teamwork. That's a good route from the device guy. Great kills there from Neptune. Everybody in the right position, and now everybody for G2 pinned back in spawn. I don't know where this device is going to go long term. In the short term, holding it for Ghosty to be this frontline man, but G2, you can already see they're having to set up all across the map because against Paris, you never really know.
Yeah, again, the Paris General Mates right now, you can see the way, just the way the EMP's moving. Good comms, great decision making as a squad. It helps they have so much possession as well, certainly giving them all the initiative they need. Right now, G2, no pickup, quick reset. Envoy tagged up heavily. Oh my, nearly walking away with another kill there. Here come the rest of General Mates players all across the map. Once again, you got Sib inside the lobby. That is going to be a problem. If Envoy can get at least one of these, insane. They're all trapped in tin. Boys, get in there. This is the potential for another cap.
I mean, we're dancing. What a painful spot. Yeah, knife out. Where are we going? We're dying. You're down by 2. You gotta get kills. Neptune finally traded. And Estriel, okay, bails you out. Gets 2-piece, a little bit of stabilization, but this is a 50-yard line square up battle for control.
Oh, insane. Who's walking with it? And it looks like Kremp. A big 2 with the nade is gonna get the grab here, but you got a man on your tail fast. That's gonna slow this one down, but wait, unless can Mama get through? He's made it over the top. Slide, no good. Oh, what a stop. And the General Mate's safe. They're all over it. And again, possession absurd. Sky is trying to hold the line now. The carrier on the charge forward is going to be Envoy with the kills. Opportunity for B. B wide open. Defense now from Estriel. Shut down by Sib. Another from Ghosty on the goal line, and it's still moving. It is still moving. Sib trying to find the kill, and it's 5-2.
And you got to work on your nades and tacks as well. It was a clutch stun grenade from a player off spawn for Paris that allowed Neptune to get the kills on device.
Oh my God.
And that has set you up for the kill. Neptune for 4, a victory lap and an extra score. Paris running this one home.
Oh, wow. It's 6-2. I sneezed, and they scored 2. Looking for another one. Min-map not exactly covered. The Nep in a cheeky spot. Unable to stop the carrier, though. He's made a run for it. Now the B goal is good. This could be 6-3. Minute 20 to play. Ghosty looks to be shut down. It is good. To the bottom side of the map we go once again. A solid rally here because G2 very much alive and kicking. Krem still finding the kills on the inside of spawn. EMP about to get into the hands of Mamba. Now it's on the run. Another set of kills. Krem finding the pinch, and it's good. And with a minute to play, it's 6-4.
Just need 2 more scores. We're going to the top side. G2 well taken care of on the pinch. You got Estriel setting up defensively, and that is not a lot of faith in your teammates. You don't have time to wait and be patient, but now you are forced to. Paris, they're running it straight through front.
They know exactly where this play is going to be. Not a lot of time. Here comes the nade. Krem sends it the wrong way. Unfortunately, your teammates do get the kills, though, so Sky's now still good for 1. The second one's going to get him. The man inside lobby gone. Possession to the Gentlemates yet again. They will escape as the clock goes red. That might be it. The deciding moment. They have parked the bus. The bus now making its way down south. Wait, Mama's on the intercept. Mama's on the intercept. He's to be able to get this one in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's doable. Back to the middle of the map with 3 seconds to spare. Gentlemates have got to go huge. A trade is now complete. They have to pick this one up to get the extra time.
You got to kill the guy to broken too. Got to kill the guy to broken. Estriel can't quite do it. The idea was there, but the setup was simply not. Paris thought about chucking that one away, but luckily for them, they built themselves a sizable lead in that second half. Some of the most scores we'll see on Den in 1 half on the year.
Oh, lordy. Well, that was a fantastic attempt from G2. I love how much of a nail-biter those final few seconds were, how close we came to at least 1 more shot on goal. How Mayhem, the coach of the Gentlemates, just walks in, very casually, softly shakes the hands of the players. Well done, boys. Well done, boys. I love that. Non-diegetic. Brilliant stuff. Wow. Stats. A messy, exciting game of Den there. 6-5, our final score. Congratulations to the Gentlemates. You do get it. Unreal stuff. Well, Ghosty does, in fact, get his hat-trick. He walks away with 4 in the end. A crazy game.
And my film class I took in college finally coming in handy because I at least know what diegetic and non-diegetic sound is, but that's the only benefit there. I will say both the respawns we have had for G2 Minnesota, you have had all 4 players go negative towards the end of the game, but very closely fought battles. I would say the thing for G2 is they're actually playing the maps pretty well, like fundamentals on point. They were rotation machines on Sake. I think they just have a couple of these moments where they need to execute when the situation is good and just lose some of these key gunfights. Mamba had maybe 2 painful moments that allowed for some of these scores for Paris to roll through. You know, I see the guy's shadow, I have him dialed in, I'm L-triggered, I just lose the gunfight. And I'd say even on the Sake, a similar sort of vibe of you're in a good spot, you're winning the rotation of P3s, you get guys pushed out towards the middle of the map, the mini-map looks fantastic, you get broken down in a matter of 15 seconds. So I think the ideas are there for G2 Minnesota. They just need to level up their execution, and they'll be right back to fighting with the top teams.
Yeah, for real. This is the story of G2 for a while. It's half a step. It's half a step occasionally behind some of the top dogs. Otherwise, they would also be up there very much barking. Well, now Colossus becomes a must-win for G2. Gonna see some crimp NPC action on a map and an arena that he has made his own. That was a long time ago, admittedly, but the kill record is still his. Let's see how we go, though, folks. Colossus Hardpoint in a moment. Chance, a quick vibe going into this. How are we thinking about the boys?
Well, I think we can't call it Kremp losses anymore because other teams have sort of taken the title a little bit too good on it. So it'll be a fun square-up battle. G2 Minnesota not going to fear it, but the SMGs here for Paris, well, they have been running rampant on Colossus for quite some time. Envoy extremely willing to get in the mix on this map, and he was doing so on map number 1 as well. Not too often you see Envoy nearly doubling up the damage there of his teammates, but of course, when Envoy's getting that level of output, that means Ghosty able to get that level of hill time.
123 on Sake. He certainly had his fill soaking away at the bar, at that P2, and of course the Rocks Hardpoint. They had a good time there as well. Rest of the squad, let's see how they fare. Again, once Neptune, he is so locked, always so locked. We heard in the interview yesterday. A couple of moments here or there for the squad, they will consider a mistake. A team like G2, you can't be making mistakes on Colossus against either of these teams. This should be an absolute head smash. Yeah, G2, half a step away, chance from being a very, very strong squad, a top contender indeed. See if they can't find some of that success here.
Well, Mamba has the chain on the neck, chain on the forearm as well. Dripped out in more ways than one. Gotta add a trophy to that pile, get the full collection.
Ain't nothing like that kind of hardware. I'm sure G2 would appreciate it as well, let alone the players and their accolades. Will they be able to do it? Major 3 might just be the place. 3-day tickets are available now, and they are flying off the shelves. Hit that QR code or the old googly woogly. It's your friend. It will help you find the way to purchase tickets. We'll see you at Major 3, folks. Hotel, travel, all that stuff has to be sorted. Here we go, though, into our 4th map of the series. Fringe, of course, the final decider. Will we need to go that far? We'll find out. A must-win now for G2. Let's get it.
You know, sometimes I can't tell if it's a Bane impression or a Tom Waits one, but on a map like this, hell will be let loose.
We can do a good Bane. Nep's gonna find his first. Whoa, and his second, and his third, you dirty dog. Absolutely disgusting opener. That's gonna get his boys to time.
Oh man, one of the rank play clips we saw in between was an SMG player going towards the yellow sort of half wall, going back and forth. Neptune can't make it happen in the way of magical commentary. And as bodies go flying, well, Minnesota able to break through the time for half a second until Sid there shuts you down. Perfect opening break for Paris. The follow-up on point as well. This is a sizable lead built on P1.
Thinking about that P2 as well soon. 10 seconds to go. Again, the NPCs, man, happy to be on a mount like this. Happy to see a P1 and a P2 and P3 as well, yeah. Actually, P4, why not? You know, give it to the lads. 31-3 off of the first hard point, now into the second. And it's gone that very Jonamate shade of pink. Oh my God.
Ay, ay, ay. Hey, why did Sid use a sniper when you could just use this gun and snipe people with it? This guy's the response for 2, and G2 actually do manage to get that break. A couple players able to slip through the net. I think it was Estriel that ends up getting his team to spawn. So small plays go a long way as Minnesota creeping back into the game.
They really are. G2 Minnesota, you look at that hard point, like, do you feel in control? And they do. They are in firm control right now of that P2. Sid answering back once again, but in disguise with the M15. Nice work out of Ghosty. I thought he had it there with a shimmy, the old left-right, nearly good night. It's back and forth. As much as we give our flowers to the MPC, it's still the M15 in the kill feed, finding a lot of success. And there we go, Krem up over the top. No good for the second. What a roaring hard point so far.
About a 25-point lead going into new as well. G2 Minnesota, similar story to what we had on the Sake, ahead of the rotations, at least for this one. We'll see if they can convert that to sizable time.
Ooh, there we go. G2. Couple of good ones. This is how we pull back a lead. Krem, he's dancing now, starting to get a little bit more comfortable. Estriel, the bottom side. This guy's finding the furthest possible angle he can before he will be considered off of the map. G2, lovely attack. Forward they go. A couple down to the name. Krem gets there a little bit late and nobody there. Not a problem. Paris break.
Yeah, and that is not something you want to see for G2. They had a perfect 4 down, knew everybody were spawning blue, and the nades and damage enough for you to make this attack. That shield gets red on the pinch, but in the meantime, Neptune's just going to go and get his team the spawns, or maybe not. He's going to block it, make it slightly awkward, but his team still spawns out, so Neptune right now versus the world.
Well, the world, Estriel is his name. Gets it, cleans him up. Once again, a good rotation in a fine corner to get himself into no kill. Enough now to break the back. Paris Genomates find their way forward. A pinch now from the front side as well. Rod and dealt with. Now it's Skies and Crep with their good kills, and that is still your hard point time. And what do you know? The lead has changed to D2 now in control.
Yeah, and they're getting all the kills pushed up, easy peasy. Another rotation one, finally converting this to a decent amount of time. Both Krem and Estriel able to be these roaming slayers, and both of them annoying, picking up these kills. Paris now forced to restabilize, need some of these kills to start going their way.
Krem, one of the few players in the lobby with the double-digit kills. We're nearly coming to the close of our first set of hard points, and G2 have fought tooth and nail to get back into this. Estriel, wow, what a 3 spree on time. Rancid.
That's assist Hill. He got the first kill to kick things off, taking out Neptune for the spawns in the secured time, and he gives you the last one on it as well. But on P1, nothing but Paris. 4 kills in the feed, all NPCs, everybody ripping, roaring, ready to go. Paris dominant on this hill.
He's throwing the old shimmies. Whoa, Envoy. That is a delight as well. Looking for his next. Reads it right. Skies is there, but once again, G2. They got themselves a comfortable lead. They're still fighting for this one. This has been a great P1 so far. It's Krem on the flyby. Ghosty spree though, still good. Can he get that rolling? Get himself some streaks? Yeah, sure can. The 5th finds it. One more will do.
Just so many kills for Paris, and they've had the right side spawns the entire time. The delete button continues to be super effective on this P1, and there you go. Close fought battle. A teammate there from Civ, him and Ghosty. It is a race towards the end of the year of who's going to blow up their teammates more. But either way, it is now a much closer game towards this new timer. Paris can't seem to actually get a rotation. Ghosty's in the back, but G2 always towards that new timer.
Oh, they're lining up. They're lining up for Dan Ghosty. Oh, that is the most unbelievably pink feed. And who's it that's getting the team kills? Envoy's like, throw my hat in that ring, boys. I got a thing or two to show you. Graham on the approach, but the hard point is still in the hands of the Paris Genomates, and they will change the lead.
I mean, one of those moments for Minnesota, by the way, again, when you're talking about high-level execution. Right. All 4 players spawn up on time. We tweak, immediately lose it, and get bullied out. And now Paris starting to run it up.
Not the insta-tweak. Take that one out of the cart. I do not want that. Oh, they line up again for Daniel Ghosty. 20 and 10. Not the year, simply the KD. Neptune looking for a little bit of love there on the back barrel. Not going to happen, Sib. Oh my God, it is 2-piece after 2-piece after 2-piece.
Well, if you're thirsty for it, you're going to get quenched by the end of this one. It's Ghosty looking for another one to add to the pile. And of course, he's good for 2. He just needed more bullets.
I mean, a single more. A single would have been ideal. Oh, but you get 2. Oh, Krem takes it. Krem get 2. Go for it. Sending it. Neptune. It is a bang out, ladies and gentlemen. A bang out if ever we've seen one. Pink hard point once again. Genomates do not want to go to Fringe. They want to close this one out here.
And they're really trusting in the teamwork as well. And with shots like that, why would you not?
Go back.
This guy's tattered, tagged up, left one shot towards the back of the map, and G2 almost already thinking about the rotation. But this scoreline gap has been insane. You had all 4 players spawned up on P2 for Minnesota. They had about a 10-point lead. They bottled that moment, and they have bottled the last 2 minutes. Paris, a runaway game.
Oh yeah, we're long gone. Here comes Hellstorm. Goes to another 4. Knows he's got time to take a sip before that missile enters the play space. I want a position there for Envoy, actually. He does catch Skies, the tail end of Skies, allowing Civ to make his way through on towards time. But again, you do have members of G2 on it. Krem, off angle, pays off. Second, no good though. Ghosty's on a 5 spree. Could be looking at another Hellstorm.
Ghosty also high-key one of the best sub players in the league. Just throwing that out there. It is anytime he pulls out, whether it was the Dravik early in the year or apparently the NPC now, absolute menace. Now Sib's playing like it's for P2, but that's because that's the route they have to take. You are fully throttled, tucked away in the back of your spawn. G2 Minnesota looking hopeless, lifeless. They can simply not keep up.
And they are struggling. 222 and climbing. We're going to get into another P1 here, very close to victory. G2, they've run out of steam. Oh, a couple of good ones there out of Estriel. We saw some unreal pieces, but it might not be enough. P1 now vacated. Paris on the eviction notice. They now have to get themselves in there. G2, let's see what you are made of. Apparently not a whole lot. Ghosty snaps on players. Couldn't hit a trophy if his life depended on it in that moment, though. A big set of kills. Once again, G2 are in.
Old man the best sub, and he whiffs on inanimate objects. I can't shoot him either, so I can't talk crap, but nonetheless, G2 finally maybe success on the P1 should be the narrative. 2 kills in the feed in their direction, and it will remain 2 kills. Envoy with better shots with the NPC at range compared to Skies, and Envoy turns that into 4. That's the moment where you simply call game.
Yeah, this could be it. Skies has to back up to stay alive. The reinforcements are here. Neptune a bullet away. Trades are fantastic, and you've taken them out of time, but with 15 seconds to go and no P2 in sight, G2, they know they can lose it here still. Paris Genomate's trying to go for the win, trying to hold, and Sib holds. Sib gets it done. Vacates for a second, but his boys are there. 3-1 Paris Genomates. A cool shake from Mayhem. 10 CDL points in the pocket.
Oh yeah, Gentlemates rolling out the red carpet, handing that to G2 to walk on. That is 3 respawns. Not a single player on Minnesota goes positive on 81 of them. Absolutely throttled and bullied there out in the kills column. The slaying power just a little bit lacking, but slaying power, not even the primary story in my mind for Minnesota. Just again, failure of executions when the situations were good or at least slightly advantageous, but there you go, negative down the line because Ghosty was absolutely feasting. 2 minutes in time, 35 kills. He was a titan in this lobby.
Look at the assists across the board as well. So whether he was getting the kills or the damage or not, I mean, he was on the receiving end of the pickups of a lot of those, man. Great work. Just testament to the absolutely brilliant teamwork of the Paris Genomates, looking to be in closer form they have done in the Hardpoints. Reminiscent of their Major 1 run, you know, getting back to that kind of flavor. And a nice look again from G2. They pulled it back, pulled it right back. But after the comeback, we've got the lead, boys. What happens after that? Dead, flat, nothing. Not happening, folks. They weren't making the comeback. That was that. GG's, no re, 3-1.
And obviously tough for G2 on that first P5 on Colossus. They get flatlined on the non-existent hill. So tough stuff all the way around. Respawn dominance there.